Want to buy a house? Do these 7 things today. My name is Daphnée Antoine. I'm a local realtor in the Chicagoland area. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 things that you must do if your goal is to buy a house in the next 12 months. Okay, let's jump into it. Number 1, it's important to know our why. Know your why. Why am I telling you that? Because buying a home, it can become complicated. And so when we have our why front and center, it's going to give us the encouragement that we need to keep going. So whether is your why is stability, you're tired of moving every year, or you're tired of your rent going up every year, you want stability, or maybe you want to build generational wealth. We know that real estate is one vehicle that people use to build wealth for their families for generation to generation, right? Again, I talk about no more landlords, and then maybe you want a bigger space for your family. And then so when you know your why, it becomes your anchor. It's gonna be the thing that's gonna guide you and that's gonna help you push through when adversity comes. Okay, so 1, know your why. And number 2, check your credit score. It's time to check our credit score, not only to find out if it's accurate, as well as to dispute anything that we find that it should not be there, and then to maybe lower our debt so we can have an idea where we are. See, most of the time lender look for a 620 or above, but there are different loans and different programs who are having a lower than a 600 credit score, you can still qualify. However, the higher your credit score is, the lower your interest rate is. So start working on your credit, and the way to do that is to check it. So there are different websites you can go in. I'm not endorsing any of those websites. I know of Credit Karma, free annual credit report.com, I believe, and annualcreditreport.com. Okay, so definitely take that step, check your credit so that you can get on your way to getting approved for a mortgage. Number 3, it's time to create a realistic budget. Okay, so buying a house is not only about the mortgage, right? So there are property taxes, insurance. Sometimes those are included in the mortgage, but then maintenance. If you're buying a condo or maybe a townhouse, there are homeowner association fees, right? So definitely have a budget so that you can include those different expenses as well. Okay, so here's a recommendation that most realtors or lenders have for homeowners, is to follow the 30-33 rule. What does that mean? We should not spend more than 30% of our income, our gross income, towards housing. Okay, if we find ourselves going over that 30% limit, it could be stressful, and no one wants that. You don't want to be stressed. So stay 30% or below of your gross income when it comes to housing expenses. The next 30% is to aim to save around 30% of your home price, right? So that's gonna be for down payment assistance, down payment, as well as closing costs or emergencies, right? I know 30% seems like a lot, especially like if you don't have that saved, right? It's a lot. But do not be discouraged. There are a lot of different programs out there that help with down payment assistance. So the goal is to start saving. Okay, start saving. And the second thing is the 3. So I said 30. Do not go over 30% of your gross income when it comes to your housing expenses. The second 30, let's try to save for at least 30% of the home buying price, okay, of the home purchase price. And then the 3 is, do not buy for more than 3 times your annual income. For example, let's say you make $50,000 a year, so let's try not to go over a house for $150,000. So the same thing, if you earn $100,000 a year, let's keep that house price at around $300,000. Make sense? Okay. So yeah, type yeah, I agree if this makes sense for you. And then again, if you are not there yet, there's no shame. We are here to get ready. so we can start planning, so we can know exactly what we want to do or what to do, so we can make our home ownership dream a reality. Number 4, start a home saving, right? Or a home fund. I touch on it, okay? So because we're going to need to have down payment, even though there are down payment assistance, we still need to have a little something to bring to the table, right? Closing costs, okay? Inspection, moving fees, moving expenses, right? So definitely start saving. And what I encourage you to do is to have a separate saving fund for your home ownership goal, right? So basically, you have your regular checking, you have your regular saving, but then you're gonna have your home fund saving. So either you're going to do it by yourself manually, but what I do suggest is have it automatically transferred from your paycheck to your home savings account, right? A few employers can do that. You can send money to multiple accounts, like the percentage. So whether that be $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever you feel comfortable with, start saving something towards your goal. Because as you are taking action, you are building a momentum, and you're actually gonna be encouraged, and you're going to be motivated to take that step and to pull the trigger. All right. And yeah, again, we are saving. I encourage you to save, but then do not be discouraged, because there are down payment assistance program for those who qualify. Number 5, we are going to avoid major purchases. Okay, so if the goal is to buy a house in the next 12 months or 6 to 12 months, we are not buying anything that we do not need. For example, this is not the time to go and buy a vehicle right now on credit. Okay, we are not having anybody pull our credit. Nope, we're not adding inquiry to our credit. Nope, none of that. Okay, so if you are shopping at the store and they tell you to apply for the credit card so you can get a 20% discount, nope, we are not doing that. Okay, so we are avoiding major purchases, and we are avoiding our credit being pulled, because it's time to protect our credit so that we can have the lowest interest rate possible. All right, and where am I? So number 6 is to learn the process. The all real estate professionals such as myself, we are here to help guide you. However, it's good to know what are the steps when it comes to home ownership, right? So because knowledge is power. Not only it's power, but it's also peace of mind. So the steps to home ownership is pre-approval. Pre-approval is when you work with a lender so that you can know how much house you can afford based on your income or in credit. Okay, and number 2 is the home search. That's when we are talking about, okay, what you want to live, what type of homes you like, how many bedroom, how many bathroom. So kind of like your home search, kind of like what's important to you. Maybe you want to be in a school district for your children, or maybe you want to be close to your work. So that's all part of the home search. Okay, making an offer. So once we see the house we want, we like it, it's time to work with your realtor, who's gonna help you make an offer and to negotiate on your behalf for that property. So once your offer is accepted, then it's the inspection. Do not ever skip an inspection, regardless if the house is being sold as is. Okay, it does not matter. You want to know what to expect when it comes to that house, because at the end of the day, if anything comes out later, it's gonna be on you. As homeowners, we are responsible for repair and maintenance, so do not skip the inspection. Okay, if you don't learn anything from this video, always do a home inspection. And then the next thing is an appraisal. So what does an appraisal mean? It's basically an appraiser come out so they can find out exactly how much is that house worth, right? How much is it worth? So with that being said, that help protect you so that you don't overpay for the house, or you don't waste time either, because if a house come back over what you got approved for, then the lender is not going to accept it. So an appraisal is very good. Okay? And once the appraisal is done, we went to all the steps. It's closing day. Congratulations, you are a homeowner. So it's closing time. You're getting your keys. You're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate yourself for doing all this work and to, start building wealth through real estate. That's exciting. Okay? And now we're going to talk about step 7. So step 6 is I was basically guiding you toward those steps, right? But step 7 is when you actually connect with a realtor so that we can hold your hand and guide you through this process. Okay, so basically a good realtor will help you create a plan, connect you with a trusted lender, share a program you may qualify for, and then, as I said, guide you step by step. So regardless if you like thinking a year from now, 12 months from now, which is a year from now, 6 months from now, I am here to help you. Okay, and even if you are not in Illinois, I work with agents throughout the US so that I can connect you with a professional agent who can guide you, right? So as we are closing, we are recapping. I told you guys this video was 7 things you must do today if your goal is to become a homeowner. So the number 1 is to know your why. Okay, it's important to know your why. And number 2 is to check your credit. Number 3 is to budget smart. Number 4 is to start saving. Number 5 is to avoid no debt. Number 6 is to learn the process. And number 7 is to partner with a pro. And I am that pro, ready to help you to make your home ownership dream become a reality. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, connect with me. I am happy to help you. That's all for today, and let me know, while you're in the homeownership journey right now, do you currently own a home? Are you looking to buy a house? Or are you looking to invest in property? That's gonna be another video for you. Once you own your house, what to do next. That's it for today. My name is Daphnée Antoine. I am a realtor in the Chicagoland area, passionate about helping you become a homeowner. Bye for now. See you next time.